Okay guys, I just went and pulled these two 1911s out of the ant pile. You know, it looks like they did eat some of the stuff off of it, some of the Chick-Fil-A sauce, but there's still some on there. So either they're really picky eaters, the ants were, or there wasn't as many ants in that pile as I thought, or maybe they got full. But one thing I want to point out, was kind of interesting to me. The magazines, which also had tons of this sauce on it, I'm going to show you this. Look how rusted those magazines are. This is the 10 millimeter. See, the follower's in pretty good shape. But look at the sides. Look at the steel on the sides of that. And this is the 45. Look how rusted these things are. Talk about corrosive, huh? That's just, I mean, I know we've done a lot to these guys, and they've shown signs of rust, the magazines have, but not to this level. So clearly, the Chick-fil-A sauce and all the sauce that we eat, that's going in your body. Not knocking Chick-fil-A sauce, because they're still the best ones out there. But wow, that is some corrosive stuff. Now, keeping that in mind makes me even more impressed that as much of this sauce that we put on these guns, that they're not rusted and corroded as well, because they're not. You know, it's still got some of the sauce and dirt on them, but from a corrosion standpoint, nothing like these magazines. So yeah, man, that goes to show you that maybe we're not putting the best stuff in the world in our bodies with fast food. So if you got to do the best stuff, do Chick-fil-A, but my gosh, hat tip to the finish job, the Parkerized finish on these 1911s, because these magazines look terrible. The magazines are really taking a beating. Obviously, there's a lot less of a finish put on these magazines than what's on the 1911 pistols themselves. And before we close the chapter on the edible portion of our gun bullies with the Chick-fil-A sauce and the ants, here's our new rusty magazines, very corroded magazines. Hear that? Really not what you want to hear when loading a firearm. Trying to go in there. There we go. All right, here we go. Whew. Still got stuff on it, that's for sure. Wow. Look at all the sauce that's still on the barrel, but this thing is still running, even with all that on the barrel. All right, 45. Let's go, guys. As you can see, we got about a 1 or 2 inch rain on the way. See what I'm wearing? It's warm right now. It's 70 something, 80 degrees out here. Our temperature will be dropping by about 20, 25, 30 degrees shortly. That's nothing to you guys up north, but to me it's a big deal, so we want to get out of here. Again, our very corroded magazine, but our slightly corroded and not really rusted pistol. Not cool. Don't like the sound of that. I think up next, we will hammer these things a little bit harder. I will probably take a little bit of the goop off of here just to prepare them. I'm still not going to clean them. But as you see on my my barrels right there, we've got a pretty good little bit of sauce still on there. And I want to keep that on there, but I also want to be fair to the guns themselves whenever we roll into these heavier things that we're going to be doing up next. Now the abuse is going to get a little bit more physical. So anyway, let me put these guys up, head to the house while we'll wait on this stuff to roll in here in South Louisiana.